Greetings, this is the next video in a series that we're putting together about using a program called Improve, specifically for NAPLAN preparation. In this case, I want to look at some of the ways that for a student view, how Improve can actually help students better prepare for the test. In this case, I'm starting off at the test screen, so whenever a student is going to take on a new test, they just need to put in a code and also a password, and the password is what links them to their particular class. All of this was covered in our previous video, so please check it out. I'm going to log into this particular test, which in my last video I did this myself to show how it works. So of course I can review the results for the test that I took. So I've already done this test, and of course the results weren't particularly fantastic. I actually only got one question right, mainly because I only did one question and then I clicked finish the test. Once I've gone through and I've done this test, I can do it again. I can certainly retest and go for as many attempts as I want. But once this has happened, I can click on continue and it takes me to this particular screen. Now, in my last video I skipped over this quite quickly, but I thought I'd spend a bit more time just talking to teachers about how they can really engage this part of the software to actually help support their students as a learning tool. So of course, Access Activities gives me some practice in the area of the questions that I was looking at, and it specifically tells me some of the skills that I was really struggling with. So here you can see it's giving me 5 different activities, and as I look at the activities, they give me some different skills to practice, some different ideas. So here you can see it's taken me to another website, a website within a website, and of course I can view that in full screen if it's not loading quite correctly. But in this case we're looking at suffixes, and not all of these are fantastic, but there are some really great opportunities for students to really learn in here. You can see adding the suffix "ers" to words ending in "m". This is a list of 10 words in which the spelling of the base word remains unchanged from the suffix "ers" is added. Okay, so we can actually see in here it's got some different words, and then it's got some spelling test, teach me, play a game, all of this type of business that students can have a bit of fun with. If I say play a game, it'll actually take me to this next section here. Spelling, sentence writing, all of this business, and it can be a really great way to engage your students. Some of them are a little bit kiddie, particularly if you're like myself and you're working with year 9s, but at the same time, a lot of the time they often really enjoy it anyway. So things like letterfall or anything like that can be a great tool to actually get them looking more specifically at their skills as a writer. So like we said, there's some great opportunities here to really developing skills, and this one's starting for me, so it's starting to get a bit scary. I can hear the music going into play. Of course, this tells me how to play catch the falling letters to correctly spell the words, use the left and right arrow. So you can see it's fairly basic type of skills, but depending on the level of your students, this could be a really interesting resource that you could look to use.
3, 2, 1, farm. The northern farm produces macadamia nuts and bananas.
Okay, so I'm having to quickly grab different bits and pieces, and all of these are different. They're all, actually I have to catch them, I think is the idea. Well, I'm not completely sure, but your students will be better at using this than I am, luckily. Once I go back to my results and I'm feeling okay about everything, I can then go back and look at different types of questions and hopefully review the answer that I gave and think, oh, okay, maybe I could give that again. And of course the teacher then has the opportunity to open up the test for them to have another go at it. Anyway, it's just a quick and very brief outline of this particular tool, and just another tool to put in your tool belt of ways to support the literacy and numeracy development of your students. Hopefully this is something that helps you in your preparation for NAPLAN, and if you have any further concerns, please don't hesitate to post something on this video. Thank you.